What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. I have Sean here making his podcast debut. Real quick update. Make sure you check out the video I just posted because we just had a clutch lay today. So that was pretty exciting. So we did post a video of that. Check that out. So without further ado, let's welcome Sean and his daughter. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, doing good, thanks. This is Shannon.
Good. What was that? What was her name?
Shannon.
Okay. So how did you first get into ball pythons, man? Let's hear about that.
Well, I was in the military back in 2000. I graduated high school, and I was in the barracks, and I really wanted a pet. So I started looking into like what I could have because you couldn't have any pets.
Right.
So found out ball pythons, you don't have to take them out to go poop. They don't make any noise. They're kind of quiet. Whenever we'd have an inspection, I can hide them off in the closet, and then just kind of go from there. And then I ended up having all kinds of different snakes. I had a couple worms and some retics and some red tail boas, but it was always ball pythons that I kind of kept gravitating towards. And then I went to Iraq, and I came home to no snakes. We'll just leave it at that because it's a long story. I came home to 0 snakes. And at that point, I was just like, you know what? It's probably not a good idea to be messing around with all these snakes and then, just running into a buzzsaw like that.
I want to give us a quick lowdown on this. Like, what you mean you came home to no snakes? Like, I want to hear this. I think the people watching want to hear this. So let's hear this, because everything's a struggle when it comes to ball pythons at times, and not everything's all fine and dandy. So let's hear what you went through, what you fought for, and how you came back.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
So there's this girl I was dating at the time, and we were living together. And let's just say I got the Jody letter, and the snakes were sold and gone.
Dang.
Yeah.
They got to start over, huh?
Yeah. So at that point, it was like, you know what? It's probably not a good idea to keep snakes if I'm going on these deployments to Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever they wanted to send me off to. Who can I trust, first of all, to even take care of these animals?
Right.
So fast forward. Oh, my goodness. You were like, what, 7? So about 3 years ago.
6.
Yeah, she was 6. So about 4 years ago, we went to the Show Me show down in Springfield, Missouri, and we wanted to go see the reptiles. And, we were just walking through there. And I'm like, oh, my God, look at all these ball pythons. And Shannon's like, what's a ball python? And I'm like, that. She's like, ooh, can we get that? And I was like, your mom's here. Don't ask me that. So I did a lot of thinking, and I actually 2 people I started watching. One was Billy,
right,
from Patient Creation. I actually started watching his videos.
And you are on his Patreon now, correct? That's how we became about, because I joined his Patreon too, and we'll touch bases on this here a little bit as well.
Yeah,
with his Patreon too. But go on.
And so it just kind of one thing led to the other, and I got away with buying her a snake because she brought home all A's, and I was like, all right, well, that's your gift.
Right.
So she ended up getting like a little fire male, which is cool. I didn't have money like that to go and buy them, like no double recesses or nothing. She just wanted a ball python to have as her own. And now she's got one. And this one that's being bred right now, she'll probably be having an Avi here soon. And that's her first girl, an OD lesser. Nothing really fancy or anything. So
hey, got somewhere though.
She kind of sparked my interest in snakes and stuff again. So the SJS is Shannon, Journey, Savannah. That's my 3 daughters' names.
Okay.
So
that's how you came up with your name and stuff too. Okay.
Yep.
That's cool, man. That's interesting.
So,
that's nice.
So yeah, she got me back into the snakes and the reptiles, and next thing you know, like I'm watching these videos on mutation creation, and I'm like, wait, these guys are selling them? Oh, oh wow, there's a bigger market for this than I thought.
Yep.
So I started really thinking about it, and I was like, all right. And then my dumb ass went and bought all that breeder one shit.
That's funny.
Well, like the first season, I didn't want to dump a bunch of money into it
Right.
and then find out I suck or I can't do it or I cooked all the eggs in the incubator by being too hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, man. So if he doesn't know, if you don't know, so he bought all. So we refer to this as a breeder one type thing, like where you're sitting there, parent, because he's on Billy's Patreon. I am on Billy's Patreon too, and Billy consistently talks about breeder one, breeder two, and breeder three. Breeder one, you're sitting there. You might be in some projects here and there, but you're not pairing anything that's, I would say, worthwhile. Kind of, you're pairing two to three genes, here and there.
And then you're getting like one gene animals.
Yeah, like you're not. The
you're
money's
like,
not there. Like I get what you're doing because my other buddy, Semperfi, he was doing the same thing, and he got on Billy's Patreon, and he was like, "Okay, this makes sense." Like I see, like so I went over to his house, and I'm like, "Here," I'm like, "You can cut this. I'm like, get rid of it. You don't need it." And I cut 38% of his collection.
Yeah, I'm in the process of doing that too. I actually just sold a Mojave boy today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and the guy was like,
Well,
"Well,
Aaron.
I don't really have anything to put it in," and I was like, "Oh, don't even trip. I used to make little enclosures out of the hefty tubs with the locking latches.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For hatchlings, right?" And I'm like, "Dude, it'll be good in there for quite a bit." Once he gets to that point where he's like circling around the hefty bit, then it's time to get him to something a little bigger.
Right.
But you got time. So not only did I put my chipper in there, which I'm a supplier of, I put that in there and I was like, hey, this cocoa right here, I've got that available. So I sold him the snake. I sold him, I was able to package him up a little enclosure. And then all he had to do was get the heat mat and the thermostat for it for underneath.
Right.
That's where I started out. I had a bunch of little plastic totes and tubs.
So you pretty much did your homemade type thing. So
it was a lot of homemade. This is
right.
the first thing I ever bought that was, built by somebody other than me. And then even then, I still had to put it together.
Right. So what are your plans? So now that you said that you recognize that you're a breeder one, and now that you've been on Billy's Patreon and stuff, what are your plans going forward as a breeder?
Oh, I have 3 projects.
Okay.
One of them I'm waiting to get a male for because I've got 3 hypo-het-pied females. So I'm letting them get a little bigger based on, Billy's recommendation. Just let them get a little bit bigger and then go find the male that I want, like that banger ass male that's just going to drive it home, So I got that. So I got some hypo-pied stuff. And then I'm getting a 1.3 from Billy from that Patreon group. It's hypo clown stuff. So
okay,
it's going to be freaking amazing.
I might have some double heads for you.
Well, one of the girls I'm getting in the package is that pastel cypress girl.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, dude.
I don't like. That's tough because I don't like pastel and clown even with hypo.
Yeah, you know what, man? I mean, you can breed that on out.
You hope. The funny thing is, Carr thought the same thing. Carr paired a pastel. It was like a pastel clown of something to another clown. He's like, oh, I can just breed it out. No, hit pastel on everything. Everything. Hit a pastel Batman, freaking everything. So I mean, like, you may think you may be able to breed it out, but sometimes the odds just don't let you do that.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, if it's not what I want,
right,
get sold and go down the road.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I've got DG stuff too on the back burner. I don't have a project set for it yet, but that's going to take a little bit of time. I want to work in the right project for it.
Yes.
I just don't want to jump into it. And I mean, shit, DG kind of made pastel
It did.
a
DG
way better
goes
gene
very
again.
well with pastel. It does. Like I'm a big fan of
if I make
DG and
some
pastel. So
DG
I'm not a
pastel
pastel
cypress
hater.
clowns.
Was that?
I said, so if I make some DG pastel cypress clowns, I guess I wouldn't be mad at that, right?
Oh no, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. No,
But yeah, I've got a pastel. My logo is the head stamp of the first clown I ever bought, his pastel clown. And they looked great when they were babies, and then they got older, and I'm like, man, you're browner than a turd. Straight browned out.
That's how those sunset pies are. I mean, I know.
Oh God, yeah.
Will was shooting for those and stuff because he asked me today. He was like, should I do the 1.1 with Kai, or should I go the 2.3 for a little bit more? But they're just double heads, like minus fire. I'm like, dude. I'm like, honestly, like I'm gonna teach you something real quick. I'm like, what I would do. I mean, it makes sense based off of Billy's model of how like you should have like a 1.4 or like what he talks about and stuff like that. But at the same time,
why stop at one female?
Yeah, like what I told him, I'm like, do a 1.1. I'm like, take that extra money and go buy a visual sunset male. You can take that visual sunset male, freaking breed it to everything, make your double heads with your recessives with your codoms in it that you want, and then hopefully you pray that you hit a sunset pied, and then you can take those double heads that you hope that sunset pie's a male.
Well, that's too much hope. That's too many hopes.
I know. It doesn't always work out that way, but it might. But you're trying to get the thing is though, you're trying to get those codoms into that project. Okay. Sometimes it's not the sexiest way because he's on a very tight budget. Okay. And sometimes you just gotta hope for the odds. It is what it is. Instead of buying a 2.3 that are just double head with fire in it. Like where is that?
That lavender group I've got, the 2 lava females I got right now.
Yeah.
I bought a pastel quad het boy. He's 100% het lav, but he's 66% G stripe, 66% VPI, and 50% pied. And then the girls are the visual, but only triple het. So 66% VPI, 66% G stripe, 50% pied.
Right.
So if he doesn't prove out anything other than that albino, I'll take it. I got a blackhead G stripe boy ready to go.
Dude, you want to show?
And then I know double heads for sure, and I added a gene or two.
I want to see what a blackhead G stripe looks like. I never seen one. You want to show him?
Oh, you ain't never seen one?
I never seen one.
You're gonna see one today.
I would see it.
Oh, I hope I didn't feed him last night. He's a little feisty.
Yeah, someone said blackhead, Ken. Dude, that clutch that just laid, Ken, was a. Hang on, let's see this real quick. Oh, that's nice. That's dark.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, blackhead really darkens that. Like, that's crazy.
There's his little bit of his stripe, dude. But dude, he's so black.
He is really black. That's cool. I do like that,
dude. Even if it was just a considered a breeder one for anybody else, dude, I like it just because the way
I like it too. Like I love blackhead, man.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah, it's so black. Really good. I didn't think it was gonna be that black, honestly.
Yeah, he's super dark, man.
Yeah, that's dope. I was gonna add something to that. I don't remember what I was even gonna say, guys. Oh, I know.
Welcome to my everyday life, guy. I'm like,
right? Freaking
I'm supposed to do something.
Ken said he loves blackhead. Ken, I might have some. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I want to see what it does. So the one that just laid was the super lemon pastel, super vanilla. Yeah, I really hope it does sire it because I have the blackhead Enchi GHI yellow belly. It'd be interesting to see what the blackhead does with the lemon pastel and the vanilla. With the dark.
Okay.
with the edgy, if I can hit the edgy part of it with a little bit of the edgy into it, like GH, like it could be. Like I mean, he's dark. I mean, like you want to see a dark snake? I mean, I'll show you. I mean, he's dark too. Like, hang on. He's one. Oh, he's in shed. Go figure. But I'm still gonna show him. Even though he's in shed. I mean, he's dark too.
Oh yeah, that's dark.
I mean, the blackhead and the GHI work really well with
name
this.
that blackhead Charlie Murphy, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's going with shed. He's in shed.
Oh, and he's in blue.
Yeah, he's deep blue. But yeah, the blackhead and the GHI work really well together.
Yeah.
He's like, they're always in shed. They're always in shed.
GHI works great with a lot of stuff, man.
Yes, it does. I love GHI. I love blackhead. I like black pastel. I stay away from Cine. I'd rather have black pastel over Cine.
I've got both.
Yeah, I mean, I have a pewter. Don't get me wrong, but so how many snakes do you have right now?
Too many.
Come on, I've been over to Justin's. Like that's a lot.
30, 40. 57. 87 ball pythons.
87?
Yeah, I told you I got way too many guys. Oh, no, make it 86 because I just sold one today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many of those are you going to cut out of your breeding selection based off Billy's Patreon?
35.
35 of them. So you're cutting almost half of your collection.
And I'm fixing I'm waiting. Monday, I'm going to put my order in with ARS. I'm going to get a 5540 for back here.
Yep.
And then, so each year, I'll just add one more. I'm going to keep my 20, but I'll add one ARS rack each year for a different project. So that project gets its entire rack. Nothing else is lurking around in them tubs, but whatever it is that's working that project.
So I'm gonna try. You can take this as you will. I'm gonna try to send. Ooh, it's thundering now. That's nice. So I'm gonna try to help you out here. You can take this as you will. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't care. Carr has the ARS 5540s. Okay. I've said this many times. Okay, why would you want to spend the 5540s that money? Because I know that those racks aren't cheap. When you can just automatically upgrade to the V70s, which your females are going to live in anyhow, and so are your males. You're going to have to transfer them over to a V70 at some point. What I do is I grow them up in the V18 behind me right here, the sea serpents, until they're about 500-600 grams, 700 or so, like because they can hold them up to about 900 or so. And then I transfer them into the V70s where they'll live the rest of their lives out. I don't even mess with 5540s because it's a waste of money in my opinion. Because I've had no eating problems in the V70 when I've changed them over. I might have to throw a hide in there every now and then, but all of mine are slamming food in V70s. And I don't have to sit there and go waste $3,000-$4,000 on a 5540 that you're gonna have to end up just transferring.
You can call those guys and tell them you want 2 rows of the 70 series tubs at the bottom, and because it's the hybrid rack, it's just plug and play. So like this rack here, maybe it's just comes to like right here for the 70, man? Right? But it still fits on the same frame. They just make some altercations at the bottom and they just plug in. Right. So yeah, you can call them guys and have them.
I'm just saying, like in a money standpoint of things, like you're gonna have to buy a V70 regardless. Like I completely just skip that. But now maybe when I have a facility, maybe, but at the same point in time, like I'm looking at, like I never told myself like I'm never gonna get like a hatchling rack that has like. Now I start looking into them and stuff. I'm like, I could probably use a hatching rack. a really nice one that has like 77 or 100 or something tubs in it, because I have room for 30 more babies. I'm already at 16 with what's in the
Yeah. Well, we ordered a couple of racks from ARS, the 5540,
right.
and then the not the 130 mini, but the 140 mini, because my OCD will drive me nuts if one rack sits high. Like this right here drives me nuts because I've got that rack there, and then I got these tiny racks, and it just looks to me, I like it all the same. It drives me nuts.
Right. Well, all right. So Will says, I thought girls don't need 70 series until they hit 3K. It depends on the breeder. I've put them into V70s when they hit 1,000 grams or so. I've had no issues. Carr has the 5540 series, and he's like, they're getting too big. He's like, I need to put them in V70s. And I mean, to me, they just get more. Right now, I'm averaging 8 eggs in a V70 all day.
Yeah.
I know that may not count for much, or I may know that, it depends on the snake as well. But for me to give them that extra room, and so they can really kill, larger prey if need be, I can bulk them up just a little bit more. Now, I'm not power feeding. Okay, they do eat. They eat once a week. Okay.
I mean, you watched Dave Kaufman's video when he went to Africa, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I did.
They're living in holes in the ground, man. It's
Yeah,
not even termite mounds, dude.
Oh,
They're just piled up in these holes.
Oh, I know. So I said it just depends on this. It depends on the snake and stuff. I've had no problems.
No, I've got 2 girls that are down here that definitely will have the 70 series tubs for next season.
Right.
They're huge.
Yeah, I got some huge girls too. I got the super etchy het ultra girl. She's probably pushing around 3,000 grams. Now she definitely needs 70.
Yeah, my inchy yellow belly het pie girl is that way, man.
Yeah.
It's
just slams food.
Big old brick house, man.
Yeah. So I mean, except maybe like when I get in a facility and stuff, I might change my mind. But for now, I'm in my house and we have so much room that I utilize that room for as much as I can.
Man, hey, this is my kitchen.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's up?
This is my kitchen, man. That's all I got. You know what I mean?
Yep, I feel
like
you.
5 years from now, dude, people will be watching this video. They're like, "Hey, dude, I remember when he was out the house, man."
Yep.
That little crappy ass PVC rack he built by himself over there.
Hey, everyone got to. It's the process, man. Everyone has to start somewhere, and people don't realize that. So I mean, like, I look back. I mean, dude, I look back on my YouTube channel now, like when I started off in tanks and stuff. Like I had like 4 tanks. I just bought I had my first, breeder, bigger purchase.
Come here.
It was the Super GHI Hypo girl with the blackhead boy or whatever, and they were in tanks and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start breeding, and then everything just got bigger and bigger, and now I got racks. I'm just like, this is so much easier. And I just go back on some of those videos. I'm like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
So
it gets crazy like that sometimes, man. But I'm hoping, like when I joined the Patreon, I wanted to kind of learn how to run it more as a business than a hobby.
For all you guys that don't know, I have been on 3 Patreons so far. I'm not going to go into detail about who's or the content of those Patreons. Some of them
I know.
But I will tell you that Billy's Patreon is by far worth the freaking money. If you want to make this into a business and learn how to do it the correct way, go join Billy's Patreon. I have learned and reevaluated my collection in the last 2 weeks just by joining, and it's already been well worth $100.
It is. And one other thing, I offer 10% off to all the Patreon members for rodent purchases.
Oh, do you? Yeah, you bring rodents and stuff too.
Yeah, dude, I got so many rodents. They're coming out of my ears now.
Right.
Like after this, I have to go do a delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a buddy of mine. He actually, his name's Darren from Dark Desire Pythons. here in Lebanon, Missouri. He helped kind of walk me through my first season last year and helped me kind of pick out the ovulations. I mean, he didn't tell me what to pair like Billy does. He's like, "Whoa, what?"
Right.
Old breeder one, get that garbage out of here.
Get that garbage out of here. You think it's good? It's garbage.
But
Let's
he
see.
showed me all the steps, though, man. He walked
Right.
me through it, man, and that's forever appreciative for that.
If
So I was definitely rusty.
If I still happen to cut off you guys, it is thundering and storming here, so that means our power went out or something, or I got disconnected. So I'm just letting you guys know if that does happen. That is what happened because it is thunderstorming like a mother effer over here. So let's see some of your bangers, man. What are you excited about? Let's see those bangers, dude. You got 86 snakes. Let's see some. Gotta stand on that stool.
This girl here is one of my favorites because she's one of my first. So she's a GHI butter at hypo.
Oh, that's nice.
I absolutely love her. She was the only one I kept out of the whole clutch.
That's nice. That's a really good. It's a really good expression of the GHI.
Dude, and I don't know if the camera picks it up, man, but that freaking butter in there, man. I mean, dude, it's just like it's super contrasty on the animal here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's nice.
And then it's kind of like super faded along the sides and stuff. She had a sister who had super fading, and I didn't like it, but somebody else did.
How much hypo stuff do you got?
Stuff actually. Let me see. I don't know what this guy's looking like. He had a bad shed the other day. Yeah, he's still dealing with that. I gotta
go deal with that.
Huh? Yeah, you're getting evicted anyways, bro.
I like what Lesser does anyhow, Ken. Especially Lesser Clowns. Like,
yeah,
that's just dope.
This boy right here. Go ahead, Mama. Go back to your thing. No locks. So I'm thinking she's getting ready to obby. This is my inchy super blade clown boy. I wasn't, but he asked me to pull some snakes out.
I asked him.
Can't say no.
Gotta show something off, man. Gotta see what you're working with, and people want to see that stuff.
That's my clown boy. My whole clown projects, man, they're gonna be changed here.
Is it?
Yeah. Well,
what up, Holly? How you doing? Nice for you to join us. Welcome to the podcast.
Getting that group from Billy, so it's more geared towards what I'd like to do.
Right.
This is one of the first boys I bought, so I wasn't completely dumb with what I was doing, but super pastel inchy hypo. He proved out last year. He went to the super pastel girl, and everything in the clutch was super pastel.
Right.
So we learned that he was also super pastel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was one of my first boys that I got. That's
I'm surprised he didn't have any issues with that, Brian, with the spot nose. And
what's that?
Oh, I was talking. Brian's comment says, "I don't know. I know you don't care for cinnamon, Glenn, but I have a super nice spot nose cinnamon lesser het clown female. She's fucking awesome. The only snake I have lesser in it. I'm surprised the spot nose and the cinnamon doesn't have problems to it. That's awesome though. Cinnamon. There are some cool cinnamon clowns I have seen though.
So this is the girl that I wanted to.
What up, Sammy?
Compare to my clown. It's my super pastel butter hypo girl.
That's clean.
Yeah. She was really pink when I first got her too. And then you know how pastel the
Yeah.
browns out. But
Yeah.
I mean, she kept a really nice look to her though. She still looks pretty clean. I really wanted her to do something, but you can't. You know, if the snakes don't want to go, bro, they don't want to go.
That's true. I was expecting 3 last year. Only had 1 go, and now I'm gonna have 6 go this year. So I ain't complaining. I'm gonna have a slow year next year. I'm gonna tell you that. I think the only thing I might have go next year is probably the zebra.
Yeah.
I think that might be the only thing that might go. Like I know for a fact she's gonna go because she's already sitting at 1,700 grams. Like she's a monster. I weighed her up the other day. I'm like, I wonder how much she weighs. Like 1,750. I'm like, damn.
This is Vader. Hopefully, I'll get him all proved out this year.
Was that Super Mojave or something?
No, Mystic Potion, Pastel Mystic Potion, Banana Cinnamon, Hypo,
Damn.
possibly GHI. We'll find out if he's got any GHI in him this year. He's one of my bangers, dude. That I actually got from Aaron. I'll tell you about. Yeah, right there.
No, there's a lot of spider complex that have issues, and it will. You got to go back on Morph Market, and they have a page on that. I can't think of it offhand.
What's that?
Will asked, isn't Spider and Hidden Woma the only spider complex that has issues together besides Super? I think they get deformities on them. And
Spider Spot Nose, Hidden Gene Woma.
it might be lethal. I know Champagne's one of them as well. It's lethal.
For sure, one of them.
Yeah, Champagne's one of them is lethal. Spot Nose is lethal. All that good stuff. There's
Princess, be quiet. Sorry.
No, you're good. So, are you worried that the way the market's going, that you're going to go more higher end now?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I mean, the snakes are going to sell themselves. If you put off good quality stuff, you're going to get good quality returns.
That's very true.
And I have the one thing that no matter how the economy goes, people are going to need them. I've got rats and mice and desert mice.
Yes. See,
you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't put all my eggs into one bucket.
No,
my pops taught me to put them into different buckets and then make sure all those buckets make you money.
Nope, I agree with you 150% on that because I was talking to Semperfi, which is my buddy Will, that was by me. If you guys check out the YouTube videos, you guys have seen him. We were actually talking about, because he's building a barn and stuff. I think we're going to open up a rat facility over at his house. I think I'm going to take my rats, move them over there. Take his rats, move them in there, and then also invest a little bit more into the rats and be able to sell them around here as well, because you don't necessarily have to buy a snake. You got to buy a rat.
and like it doesn't have to be just snakes.
Right.
I mean, I'm trying to get into talks with people that run birds of prey sanctuaries. They need mice or small rodents a lot, for those birds that they're trying to recuperate or whatever. Yes. So I'm really trying to approach that angle. Like snakes are good, but baby alligators need rodents, birds of prey need the rodents. There's a lot of things that'll eat a rodent, and I'm trying to get my hands into all of that.
Yes, I agree 100% with you on that. I start to reevaluate my rodents as well, and as much work. What up, Anderson Animals? I have not seen you here before. Thank you for joining in.
He's part of Billy's Patreon, man.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah, he's in the top
shit,
2.
hell yeah. But anyhow, so that's what I was thinking too, because if necessarily the ball pythons don't sell, at least they got food. At least they can make a killing off the rodents. Because I spent $200 on rodents today.
The other thing I looked at too was like, if any smart business owner is going to know that the market does this all
day.
You just got to ride the wave.
Yes, all day.
If I can provide enough rodents to ride that wave, who cares if my snakes are selling? I just hold them back and breed them. And it's good quality snakes, so it's not like anything's being dumped on.
Right.
So if they don't go, that's okay. We'll figure something out. If they're like single gene for whatever reason, there's some breeder one shit going around with shenanigans. We'll just take them to the pet stores and stuff or wholesale them.
Yeah. So that's the same thing. Like rodents aren't going to go like this. Rodents are
as much. Yeah,
they're not. You know what I mean?
They're definitely a more stable source of income for sure.
Yes. Now you're not gonna take that rodent money, and I mean you could if you're making enough of it and reinvest it into the snakes. But I'm taking that rodent money, I'm reinvesting into the rodents.
We do both.
Do you?
A lot of my snakes have been from rodent money.
Really?
It's good. I pay the rent. I pay the electric. The water's covered with the rent. I pay the garbage, and then I buy food.
Right.
And after that, we put a little bit of that aside. And if we need to buy a snake or two, we don't have a lot of snake money off the rodents, but if we need to for a couple $100 extra, there you go.
Right. So Anderson said, my rodent sales in my city went from $3 a small to $7.50 a small.
Are you taking frozen, my homie?
Yeah, I mean, I know.
I'll take care of you.
I know that car's spending $10 on a rat.
Dude, my smalls are $275 each right now, and if you're a Patreon member, it's 10% off.
Right.
Just let that sit in for a minute. You're getting 27.5 cents off on each small.
For sure. So I think like I said, I was talking to I went to the local reptile expo today, and some of them were like, I'm gonna downsize my ball python collection to Burmese or whatever. I'm like, well, based on your table, I'm not trying to be a dickhead or anything, but based on your table and what you're trying to sell, you're breeder one, and if you're breeder one on ball pythons, you're probably gonna be breeder one on Burmese and stuff like that, and they're probably not gonna sell. You're probably
they're way more expensive for them Burmese pythons than even the breeder one stuff's kind of pricey for the Burm.
Yeah. But like I said, if you can't do it right with ball pythons, it's easier to make it do it right with anything else.
Your story.
It's true. As much as it sucks, it's true. It's the hard reality of facts. I'm not gonna sit there and sugarcoat it for you. If you can't do the easiest thing with ball pythons and breed it right, how the hell are you gonna do freaking Burmese pythons when they're even more expensive, as you say? Like when you're sitting there and you're selling 2 to 3 gene animals for $150, you're complaining you're not making no money. Well, look at what you're breeding, dude.
There's a guy, I see him all the time.
I'm sorry, that's my rant for today.
He's a pretty good dude and all, but man, like when you go to the shows and you see like his 500 snakes on the table, and it's like Mojave, 66% het this.
Yeah.
Spider, 66% double het or 50% het and the 66. I'm like, dude, where's your visuals?
Yeah.
Where is your 100% stuff at? It doesn't exist.
Don't exist.
I'm just like, I hear Billy screaming in my ear.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Yeah, that's the same thing with one of the guys up there. He goes, hey, if I could make $2,000-$3,000 at an expo, I'm doing it pretty good.
But how much is he spending on food
or whatever? I'm like, would you rather sell a $3,000 snake instead of having to sell 10 snakes that equal up to $3,000, and I have to sit there and pay from the table in the expo. We can just sell them online. Come on.
I stay
like,
going to the
I hear
shows,
Billy
though,
just
man.
screaming at them, dude. I'm just like, oh. What up, Funny Royals? How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. So, yeah. So like I said, I didn't tell them that. I'm friends with him and stuff like that. He's been doing it for a while, and he'll sit there and he'll have 50, 60, snakes for sale that are 150 to not even $1,000. He's like, this is just what I do. This is what I'm into. Well, this is why you're struggling, motherfucker. This is why you're not making the money.
That's why I'm
complaining every weekend about the expos and stuff like that. I'm sorry. The truth sucks, and it is what it is. My rant's over with that. So, I mean, you see it all the time or whatever. But then I got those cool people at the expos and stuff that are, they're really cool and stuff like that. And, they bring their lesser stuff at the expos. You start talking to them and they got some heat and some fire in those projects that they're working on that are back at home that they're not going to bring, at the expo. But you got those other breeders that are like, oh, this is all I have. Well, this is why you're struggling. I'm sorry to say.
Yep.
It is what it is. So, what's your long-term goals, Sean? You plan on doing this full-time and doing a facility? What do you plan on doing? I know you said you have a business partner as well in Ohio by me.
No, he's here in Missouri, but
is he? He's from Ohio. Okay, I got you.
Me and my business partner, man, we were in the military together. We were in the same unit, went to Iraq together. Saw a lot of cool stuff. Got the t-shirts.
Right.
Came home and we both went into truck driving because that's what we did in the military. I had my own trucking company, and he had his own thing going on, but the road got rough, bro. So right now I'm just working a 9 to 5, building boats, making decent money doing it. But the sooner I can get to the point where I can just step away and be like, you know what? If I paid myself $100,000 for the year and I lose $300,000 in the next 3 years, I don't care. When I get to that point, I'll be good.
Right.
But this is pretty much just for my daughters.
Gotcha.
Ain't nobody in my family leaving me jack when they pass, man. I have to do it all on my own.
I feel you, dude.
I ain't giving the keys to nobody. But like Shannon, dude, when I was truck driving and all I had was this rack right here, all these 11 animals. She fed them, she watered them, she spot cleaned, and then I would do the major cleaning when I'd get home. But sometimes I'd be on the road for a month, 2 months at a time without ever being home.
Right.
Because as an owner operator, once that truck stops moving, bro, you ain't making no money.
Oh yeah, I know. My dad's a truck driver, man. I know all about it.
Yep. So career change, life change, just what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do this as perfectly close to right as possible, and then
that's all you can do.
Hopefully the kids, or at least Shannon is, following close in my footsteps, and that way they have something to lean back on.
Yep. So all you can do is just try to pass it, build it up, and try to pass it down to your kids. So they don't gotta work freaking their lives away and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I don't have no kids yet. Maybe one day, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna end up. Because I got, I got quite a bit of money into this, and I went high end from the get go. So that is one thing I did do right. And even Billy said, I did talk to Billy and stuff, and he's like, you are on the right path, and he's like, you know what you're talking about. So I gave him my list of my pairings and stuff. I still got to go through it with him, and but I'm on the right track. I have been. I didn't start off with the breeder one, and then I had to go and cut most of my collection. I did my research beforehand, so I'm grateful for that. I am. I'm suffering from it debt wise, kind of.
You didn't get Sunset, did you?
No. I went. So Will is not wrong with this. He goes, Glenn has a Dodge Challenger in his rack. He's not wrong. I ended up so the story of that one was I ended up selling a scat pack that was green. It was all tinted out. It had nitrous on it. It had 100 shot of nitrous. It was manual. I had it all modded out. Like, it was nasty. Had a sound system in it. Sold that car. Took the equity out of what I had, which was, enough to invest. At this point, the Zebra just came out. I took that money and I invested it into the Zebra gene. I got into that real early.
Okay.
So I spent, the $11,500 or, whatever it was at that time, and, sacrificed the car to the guy. Was like, you know what? I was all into the car shows and stuff like that. And then I was pretty much like, I'm kind of losing interest in the car, and, this is more work. I'm more into the snakes now. I'm like, the snakes can make me money. I want a Zebra. I've wanted one, and I went balls in on it. I'm like, I'm sacrificing the car.
What made you want the Zebra?
What was that?
What made you want the Zebra?
It's amazing. Have you seen a Zebra?
I mean, I've seen some on Morph Market, but I haven't really seen.
You haven't seen one. I mean, granted, like they said, they're always in shed. She's in shed, but we'll show her off for you. It gets brighter and brighter with every shed.
I tell you what, I wasn't too keen on that whole what is that one? That rainbow. But
Zebra, you get these blown out patterns on it. You get a really deep black with the blushing in the blacks. Flamings on the side of the blacks. You got the belly, and she just gets better with age. When she does shed, she'll look way better. She's in blue right now, and she's actually gotten brighter as she aged. If I showed you when she was a baby compared to now, you'd be like, "Holy shit!" Like, that's crazy. A lot of people want to sit there and compare it to the Super Mackenzie. Not the same. It's not. I'm sorry. I don't need her feelings. I've looked at it. They are different. They're similar.
Wait, do you not want your feelings hurt, or do you not?
If you really look at it, if you really study it, if you really know your morphs and stuff like that, know how to ID a ball python, if you really look at it, it's different. Why? Because, yes, the pattern is blown up, but the Zebra has darker blacks in it, okay? And you get more blushing in those blacks with the Zebra. And that's just a single gene Zebra. If you take a pastel Zebra, compare it to a pastel Mackenzie, not even close. It's different. It just is. I don't think they're the same. They're not even close to me. I've had other people look at it. I'm like, here's a Zebra in person. Most people are just sitting there comparing a Zebra on pictures. Why? Because they don't have one. They can't afford it. Like, I'm just gonna be honest.
Go get you a Zebra Ghost pastel.
I want a Zebra. I want a hypo Zebra. Don't get me wrong.
That's $15,000 male.
Nah.
Right there.
High Morphum is the bitch, Glenn. It is not. Jag is closer to Zebra than Mackenzie. 100%. I will agree with that, but Jag is also slightly different because Jag, you get more of a greenish, yellowish flaming on them. They are closer, but it's still not the same. Trust me, I've been at Kabelka's and I've opened up his racks. I know what he has. I know what Justin has. I've seen combos of it. And I've seen combos of other things too. Like, it's not the same. Like,
so
we'll see. It's interesting.
So you've been over to Kabelka's?
I've been over to Canova's 2 years ago. I was over there 2 years ago when Zebra first came out. I looked at him and stuff like that.
Is that where you got him from? Was him?
No, I got him from Adam Chesley himself. I got him from the guy that founded it himself. So I talked to him. I met him at Tinley. I'm only 3 hours away from Tinley. I met him, talked to him, and then a couple months later, I ended up buying him. What up, Tammy? How you doing? So, the rainbow stuff is interesting as well. Billy did, yeah.
Yeah, Billy hit that super inch.
Yeah, so Will is right. Justin has a zebra striker and a jag, and he does. And I haven't looked too much into the striker, so I can't comment on it. And I've talked to Michael over in Canada because he works a lot with the jags, and the jags are different from the zebras. And I don't know, they are similar, but they are different. So it's interesting. I think we'll know more in the future. But do I think they're all related? No, I do not. I don't even think it's going to end up being like Hurricane, like Blitz, all that, how that ended up being. So we'll see. Time will tell. Back to the Rainbow gene. There's a lot of potential there.
It's interesting.
It's interesting. It is very interesting. So we're going to see where that goes. That clutch that he popped out with the hypos, I'm like, damn. Like, I'm a big hypo fan, as most of you guys know. Most of my collection is based off of hypo stuff.
I love hypo.
I love hypo. I think because I do Justin's clutch where it gives you the statistics and stuff. I think 40% of my collection is hypo stuff. So it gives you an idea. So Rainbow might be the next big thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what people do with it. I'm a fan of it, but I gotta sit there and I can't sit there and buy into it because I see Billy screaming at me like, "Hey, you got no hypo or you got no Rainbow stuff to add." I gotta add my. It's different. I'm not going into all these directions. I'm sticking to 3 to 4 projects, and that's it right now. That's all I can do. So
that's perfect though, man.
It is perfect. I mean, he's not wrong.
If I only have 3 projects by the end of the year, I think I'd be more happy than having what I say 80 something.
Yeah.
85 something, man. Yeah, no. Kick rocks.
Yeah.
I'm not using all of you.
Yeah, cause I got the DG hypo stuff. I got the clown stuff. I do got 1 pair of Ultra Mill stuff, which I might end up selling off to fund another project. I got the puzzle project that has hypo in it. I have a visual hypo puzzle that I just bought, and I have the leopard double het VPI clown going to the double het. But with the VPI clown, plus I have the clown stuff. But the VPI clown, if I can hit the visual, that might end up changing the project to get in quad hets. Maybe we'll see. I can go a different route with that or add a route to it. And it's something that I produce that's still a nice looking animal. It'll be interesting. I haven't decided if I hit that visual, depending on what it is, if I'm going to sell it and reinvest it somewhere and reinvest in the projects I already have, or keep it and add it into a project with the visual male or female.
What do you think? What do you think Billy would say?
It depends, dude. Except I have the clown stuff for it, okay, and I have the other, DG hypo stuff, for that project. I mean, it doesn't not go against the plan because I can sit there and make quad heads, and that's where the market's going. I don't got a little bit of VPI stuff here or a single gene VPI here. Like, I got a visual male or female that I have the powerhouse male or females to go with it. So I'm not far off. So we'll see when the time comes. Now, the Ultra Male stuff, I'm probably going to sell off. Like, I'll be honest. I'll probably end up selling that whole clutch and selling the parents off. And
what was the pairing?
It was a super NG. So at this point of the year, a couple of years ago, is when Ultra Male, you couldn't find it. Okay. So It was a super NG het Ultra Male girl to a bamboo black pastel het Ultra Male boy. So it's not a terrible pairing, but it's not a great pairing.
You already cut the eggs or what?
And she hasn't laid yet.
Still waiting.
She's the one that's sitting at 3,000 grams right now. Hasn't laid yet. She's been paired. She's locked multiple times. She's due. I need an ultrasound her to see exactly where she's at.
You all right?
So it'd be interesting. But I think I'm gonna focus more on the puzzle, the clown, the hypo, the DG.
I like that puzzle.
Oh, dude, the puzzle's freaking dude. The hypo puzzle, insane. She's amazing, dude. And she's a feisty little cunt. She's mean. Like I just fed her and she's still trying to bite me. I'm like, stop it. Like I go look at her, she'll come flying out of her tub. I'm like, bro, like stop. Like you're full. Like you're not. Oh, dude, she has an attitude. I tell you what. The acid clowns.
This girl right here several times tried to kill me this season.
Yeah.
Dude, when she's on, she's on. When she starts nesting, she don't care if I put my hand in there and touch her. She's like, whatever, leave me alone, human.
Right. So are you LLC yet?
No, I have a DBA right now, so
What's that?
It's the doing business as. So I get an EIN number. Do
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I was able to get the chipper, because you have to have an EIN for it.
Okay, so this is interesting because I've always known about the LLCs, the priority, the corporations, all that. So why don't you go ahead and to explain to the people how that works? Because I'm not familiar with it, and you have a better background on it than I do. This is why I bring people onto the podcast to give people different options of what they can do to make it legal. Or I'm not.
So all right, yeah.
So people can say. So let's talk about this for a second.
So a DBA, you're just kind of letting the government know that you're running a business, and then they give you an EIN number. You can use that EIN number to get tax exempt forms for your state. Like, I could get a tax exempt form for when I go into like pet stores and I need, before I became a cocoa dealer, I need cocoa. So instead of paying the state tax on the cocoa, I get that tax free because I've got the EIN and I did all the paperwork to get the exemption. It's a little bit of a work. An LLC will do the same thing for you, except it gives you a little more protection.
Right.
So, I can't really. I'm probably going to eventually just switch it over to an LLC anyways. But for me right now, it's not like when I was truck driving, like I needed that extra protection. The government might want to audit your books a little more when you don't have an LLC as well. So there's pluses and minuses. But when you're just starting out and you want to make your investment heavy into the animals so that you have better quality animals, so you're selling better stuff, the LLC can come later.
Do you still get the deductions and stuff off of like your?
Yes, that's also. You got a DBA or an LLC. I get to write off my snake room.
Yeah, I was wondering.
And then
you still get to write off all your stuff.
Like, what's really nice is the DBA covers SJS exotics, which is the rats and the snakes and geckos. If I decide to sell those,
right.
The geckos is just like a little small fun thing we do because geckos are cool. But so I still get to do all my write-offs. I keep track of how many rats get eaten every other week and what size they were and all that kind of stuff, because I could write all that off. It's a loss. Whenever I feed a snake, it's a loss.
Right.
Whenever I take a block of cocoa and break it down and start using it for my snakes, that's a loss.
Right.
So there's all kinds of things like my electric bill. I get to write off part of that electric bill with the DBA because I have to run heat.
Yeah, you can do the same thing with LLC as well. I just didn't know how that works doing it. So it's pretty much kind of similar. You just get more protection with it.
It's basically the same. The DBA is practically free to set up versus the LLC where you have to pay fees and all that stuff for having an LLC.
Yeah, I think I paid $300-$400 to start mine.
Yeah. I paid like $800 when I started my trucking company.
Okay.
LLC, but I got all the bells and whistles when I got it.
Right.
So
you might as well. So that's interesting. I've never heard of that one. So that's cool, man. That's good.
Yeah. So you could go with the DBA and you can open up a bank account for your business with the DBA. It's pretty much all the same as the LLC. You just
Right.
get a little more protection, and then the government doesn't really hound you as much for tax audits with an LLC versus anything else.
Dropping that knowledge, guys. That's why we do the podcast. Why you should listen to the podcast. We drop that knowledge that I don't do videos on. This is why podcasts are important.
But I have to say this area of the business is more geared towards my business partner David. Like he's the book smart guy, man.
Right.
I'm the hustler and he's the book smart guy. But don't let that fool you. He works his ass off in that rat.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
He comes out looking like a dusty sand cookie, bro.
That's funny. Will over here. I hope one step closer to my puzzle project.
Yeah, Will. Get them eggs.
Get them eggs. Let's go. Yeah, puzzle's blowing up right now. What is your most underrated and overrated gene, co-dom and incomplete dominant genes that are out there that are not recessive? And then what is your most overrated and underrated recessive genes that you think, and what are more of the recessive genes that you want to get into compared to what are the ones that you do not want to work with? I know that's a lot of questions, but let's hear it.
All right, let's break down the first one.
Break it down. So what's your most overrated? What are the co-doms and incomplete dominants that you don't like, or your favorite ones, and ones that you don't necessarily have that you'd like to add to?
All right, so the easier one is probably acid. Like I'd like to probably get acid into a few of my projects. Okay. I don't know what it is. I can't even put my finger on it, but every time I see a snake that has acid in it, I'm like, man, I really like that. Don't know why. Can't put my finger on it. It's not really like it does. It does things to the snake, right? It does. But I don't know. It's just something about it. I can't put my finger on it, and I'm just gonna have to throw some DG at it or something. See if it looks even better.
Right.
So I guess if I was looking for a co-dom, incomplete dominant to put in, that would be acid. And then one I really don't you ain't gonna like it, but I don't like zebra, bro.
Yeah, I don't like zebra. It's all right.
Zebra. I look at that animal and I'm like, I don't see, and maybe it's because I'm still young at ID and things, right? You guys have been doing it for a while, but to me, I don't see it. If I don't see it, I can't ID it. Right. Why am I going to sell it to somebody if I can't give you a proper ID? It's already hard enough as it is with the genes that are out there.
Yeah.
So it's like zebra for that reason, and there's a few others that are like that, like sentinel. They say it's like paint, and I guess I kind of see the same thing on each side, but it's just like one of those. It doesn't really get my boat going, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the color palette than the pattern. It's more. It makes it ages better. There's a lot to be done with it. Justin has it double het zebra DGs. He has.
I mean, if Justin has it, dude, you're good, bro. That's like a financial loss.
Yeah, Justin has
it.
He had a pair of zebra clowns, zebra. DGs as well. I've seen gone on Morph Market. So we're going to see what these double visuals with zebra look like in the future. I'm hoping in the next year or two. Like I said, my zebra is going to end up going in the fall because she's still too young to pair right now. She's about a year and a half, but she's sitting at 1750 grams, so she's a monster. So
she can go right now.
Huh?
Is she bull wrapping?
No. She's just found I might ultrasound her just to see where she's at. I don't think she's building yet. She's still too young. I don't want to push her too much because, like I said, the health of them is number one. I know Adam doesn't push his zebras too much. He has the same mindset as well with that.
See, I guess like when you're spending as much as you spend on a group, dude, you kind of have a little more patience to wait
Yeah,
that one out.
yeah,
You're like, no, dude,
especially
I just dropped 15K on this package, bro. No, it ain't happening.
yeah,
I'm gonna wait this shit out till
especially
she's big.
because as most of you know that have followed me, uh, she's gonna be paired up to the Leopard DG Hypo. I'm making triple heads right off the rip. Um, I'm not messing around with it. You know,
Yeah.
we're like, oh, we're gonna make double heads. Fuck that. I'm making triple heads. Let's go.
But what was your
So that's
second question?
so the second question is, what do you want to add to your collection that you do not have,
That I don't have?
that you want to get?
I would for my Hypo Clown project, there are two things. One of them I have, so I kind of want to split it as it gets bigger and
Right,
better. I'd like to put DG, but I have DG here.
right.
But what I'd like to put in there that I don't have is VPI. I think VPI clowns are freaking amazing.
They are.
I was just wondering, like, what a VPI Hypo clown would look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a VPI DG clown. I've looked on Morph Market, man. You can't really find too many of those just yet. So it's like I want to see what they look like.
Yeah, if I hit one, I might show you I might have a Leopard VPI clown if I can hit it. He should be dropping this year. Real quick, Will says, is Adam breed or is he strictly the middleman? I heard he is similar to the fire guy who sells the bells, snakes. Adam breeds, and he breeds his zebras. He is not a middleman. I bought directly from him, and he sells quite a bit of zebras, and a lot of it's gone overseas at the time when I bought that zebra. So Adam is not a middleman at all. He does a lot of breeding. I have talked to him at Tinley. I'm actually good friends with him. I have pictures with him. And I've talked to him and Steve because him and Steve morphs. He worked with the zebra a lot. He had, what was it that he had at Tinley that was insane? I want to say it was like a super pastel, like OD zebra or something. I don't know. I have to go back on that video and go look at it. It's on that Tinley video from last year, guys. It was insane. I was like, I want this. I do. I'm jealous. So
I hope the zebra blows up for you, man. I mean,
it should.
if I can
ain't
start
worry about
seeing
it.
things that where I can pick it out, I probably have more interest in it.
Oh, dude, you can.
Right now, it's just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, you can sit there on more. I can sit there and pick out the heads on it. I mean, I can sit out there and pick out the heads on puzzles because they throw markers. It's easy.
The other one I'd like to see is that monsoon, man. Like, is anything ever going to change it up?
I'm not a
Like,
fan of it.
That thing is just, well, I couldn't really say that I'm a fan of it, but man, I'd like to see if one gene could just break it up just a little bit to make it different.
It can't. At the moment, it cannot. You gotta go color-wise with it. Billy was talking about it.
I wouldn't mind seeing it like in a pied form. That'd be.
I want to see it in a pied form. I'd like to see what pie does to it. I'd
like to see if it was like a camouflage kind of patterny kind of thing. Like,
yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah. So I said, there's still a lot of potential. Like Billy said, like, there's so much potential still in the ball. People are, oh, it's dead. Most of the stuff's already been made. Like,
it's because they're bums.
No, it's not. Most of it hasn't even been touched yet.
That breeder one shit. They put it on their morph marketing. So I'm telling you right now, I'm going through the same thing. I'm selling snakes, but not at a breakneck speed. Like, I'm not Flash Gordon,
right?
You know, like shit's flying off the shelves. I don't have Justin or Billy or nobody calling me for my OD het pied. Like, nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit. Brian, I agree with you. I'd like to see what a G-Stripe Monsoon does because G-Stripe's so strong too. It'd be interesting if we could break it up. Like I said, there are combos out there that could possibly work that people just aren't working with yet, or they are, and it just hasn't been hit yet. So
I don't know if you buy it too, but I believe that there are genes that are specifically made for other genes, like spot nose and clown, right? They go hand in hand together, right? DG and pastel. DG made pastel relevant again to some extent. You know what I mean?
Will,
Like,
Will, that guy's a fucking. I'm sorry, that guy's a moron. Do like het zebras are going for like fucking $6-7 grand easy. That's crazy. I might have to jump on that. Shit. But I don't know. I haven't checked that out. Like,
am I reading that right? Hold on.
That is people underselling the fucking market, dude. That's what fucks us. So we're gonna go on this rant real quick. So why are you going to sit there?
Is that dude missing a zero?
Move your shit quicker. You're going to downsize and freaking. I just can't even right now. You're gonna sit there and downsize the whole fucking market. Why? Why are you doing this when they're going for fucking $6-7 grand so you can move it easier? So you can market on them? It takes one fucking person to do this, and the whole fucking market's fucked.
Yeah,
that's stupid. It's fucking stupid, guys. I don't understand it. We ourselves as breeders, yeah, we ourselves as breeders are determining this fucking market. Okay, if let's say, Justin's fucking sitting there selling a combo for $5 grand. Okay, I get it. You're Justin, you're Canova, or Billy, whatever. Okay, cool. But you're gonna sit there and try to undercut them for out of $1,500, maybe sell it for $100 or $200 less, or offer free shipping. Don't crash the whole fucking market because you're trying to sell a fucking snake. Don't be fucking.
Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta look at this now, dude, because I
gotta look at this shit too. Hey, this is fucking retarded.
Just het, right?
Yeah. Will said it was a
Jersey guy balls, $1,500.
Really?
The next one down is $6 grand, 10.
That's what I'm saying. That right there is what I'm saying.
Like this. Whoa, Jersey guy, you're killing me, man. That's like a kick in the dick, man.
That's a kick in the dick, dude.
Charlie Bravo, back out.
Hang on, let's see here. They're hets. Het zebra. Dude.
Maybe they're not hets, bro. Maybe they're not real het zebras, bro. And he's just like trying to make a quick 15 hundo.
Dude, they're the problem is how I said that I can ID het zebra markers. The markers are there. They're 100% het zebra. The first two are het zebras. The third one is a het zebra. The fourth one maybe with spot nose. They're all het zebras, dude. They have the markers for them. I'm not going to sit there and bullshit and say that they're not.
So what are the markers for?
Those are 100% het zebras. I can tell. I've looked at them. It's fucking bullshit, dude. You can sit there and go. Does
he have a new hobby?
Huh?
Did he get a new hobby? He picked
dude, I don't fucking know. I mean, why is this dude fucking
drugs or what?
This dude fucking smoking crack? I don't fucking know. But this is a prime example. This is a prime example of crashing the fucking market. Why are you doing this? So what are you gonna do? You gonna sell a visual zebra for $2 grand? You're a dumb fuck. You're absolute dumb fuck. I'm sorry.
I understand why you would get upset like that. I mean, dude, if someone poo-pooed on my hypo clown projects that I'm about to get from Billy and was undercutting them like that, dude, I'd be losing my shit.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand free shipping or undercutting for a couple $100, but you're determining the fucking market value of this shit. Like you're fucking everybody else over just because you're trying to make a quick 15. What's $1,500 seriously? I mean, he could be desperate. I don't fucking know. He could be like, but you're gonna sit there and if you paid, okay, let's put this in perspective. If you sat there and you paid, say, let's say $12,000 for a visual zebra, why the fuck are you selling them for fucking $1,500? You're even coming close to your fucking money. I wish I had $1,500 right now. I'd go buy me one. Fuck. God, I can't even right now. Like, I'm glad you said that. I didn't even fucking see that bullshit.
I had to go get my therapy snake.
Yeah. When you got, for example, when you got Justin and there were some other ones that are selling clown or double het clown zebras as a pair for $15,000 or whatever, and you're gonna sit there and sell regular het zebras for 15. Tom, those are 100% het zebras, 100%. If you look at my zebra compared to what's on those are 100% het zebras. Now you need a visual to hit one. Don't get me wrong, because I mean those are males. I mean you're not gonna do much with it because if you don't have a visual zebra anyhow, this is where Billy's class comes in. But we're going on a rant right here. I mean, what are you going to do with a $1,500 male that's het zebra? You're going to make another 50% het male. I mean, you could pick out the markers. I mean, you could, bring them back together and try to hit your visual.
Or you could pay $65 a snake to have the skin tested.
Oh my God. No, they haven't got that shit
after
for
a while
yet. Oh, I can't even right now. That got me fired up. Fuck. Yeah, Tom, they are 100% het zebras. Unfortunately, I will show you what's on Morph Market right now, and I will show you the visual of it, and you tell me.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. If that Jersey Balls guy is doing $1,500,
and they were saying that he has cheaper shit for sale. Like this is the type of fucking. I mean, it could be a scam too. He could be one of those scammers that are gonna sit there and. You pay him $1,500, you never get your fucking snake as well. That's a big red flag for me. But here it is.
I've seen this guy before, man. I mean,
okay, so you see how it blows it up, like the heart right there. Okay, so that is 100% a het marker. Okay, it almost kind of looks like a visual. In all honesty, it doesn't have the blushing. It doesn't have the blushing in the black.
See, and that's exactly why I don't really care for
but
zebras.
It's not
it's
though.
super hard
it doesn't have that blushing. Because if you look, where's it at? Right there. It has zebra markers, guys. Right there, heart.
Is it
just blowing the pattern?
Bamboo kind of does that too, where it throws
just blowing the pattern up. Those are 100% hets. It's not just no joke. It's crazy. It's crazy. Fuck. Like, fuck that shit, though. Like, that's why I freaking triple heads. Fuck it, dude. You can't fucking, for the money's at. You can't undercut triple heads. All right. Sorry about that, guys.
Somebody will figure it out.
That was a 20-minute rant on people crashing the fucking market. I hope you guys learned that. I mean, on top of that, like why? Like, you're gonna sit there and have to house this snake and breed it and all that, and put the time and effort, and you're gonna cut yourself short for what? For $1,500 when you can sit there and probably sell the same fucking thing for $6,000? You could probably easily still sell that for $6,000. I guarantee you it. Someone would still buy it. I'm surprised it's still up there. So if you guys want to have zebra, there you fucking go. So, geez.
Hey, and if you look at his Morph Market page, he's got that trio of them for $4,500.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Hang on. His Morph Market page.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they're all males.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, it's not the visual of it. They're definitely het. They'd be different if they were the visuals. Hang on. Yeah, he has a spot nose het zebra pair for $6,500. Like, that's doable. That's more in the price range. Like, I'm okay with that price, But he also sitting here. He also has You also have a leopard double het DG clown ball python for $300.
What? Say that again.
It's a leopard double het DG clown male for $300 fucking dollars. Like, bro. So this is what I'm talking about. So please, if you guys are listening to this podcast, don't undercut your fucking selves. It's not worth it, and you're fucking the whole market over. For real.
Shit, he's got a Super Pastel Desert Ghost Clown.
How much?
For 12 G's.
It's about right. Because they normally go for 10. So, I mean, he's not wrong.
No, I mean, it's a Super and it's Desert Ghost and Clown. I mean, damn.
Yes, Brian. That's exactly what I said. If the heads are easy to identify, would it be easy to identify the one half that would be het if you bred the male? Yes, 100%. Because they are easy to they're so easy to identify. You get the hat markers. It's like puzzle. It's so easy to identify. I'm sorry, like if you can't ID or see the het markers on a zebra, you're an idiot.
Or you're not working with it.
Yeah, or you're not working with it. But if you really look at it, if you can, it's not hard to see. It's the same thing. Like I don't know, like you've seen village videos and stuff like where they have those 50% het monsoon markers, but they can easily ID them. It's the same thing. Like you can clearly see it. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
Dude, a double het DG clown males are cheap as fuck. Yes.
Yeah, because they're breeder one.
That's true. I mean, but if you had the females for it.
Yeah. If you have the females for it, you're fine. But that's like a 1.5. That's like breeder 1.5.
Ken says I need Sunset to be that way. I mean, in time. I mean, Sunset's trash to me, Ken. Sorry. Sunset sucks. What up, YT Bents? How's it going? The only reason why I said Sunset sucks is because it browns out so fucking much. Look at. I saw the Sunset Pies when Justin first bought them. I saw them in person. They were outstanding. Outstanding when he just bought them because I think he bought them 2 months after I went or before I went down to his facility and we opened up his racks. And I looked at them and they were outstanding. And now, if you go under his video, it's under how to breed ball pythons, which most of you probably overlooked because most of us are breeding ball pythons. It's more for the beginner breeder. He actually shows that same Sunset Pied that I saw as a baby as a 600 gram adult or 700 gram mid adult. It is ugly. I wouldn't even think it was even a Sunset, honestly. It's so brown and ugly. I can't get excited about that. Is it a powerhouse? 100%. Does it need some other genes in it? Probably. I like to see OD in it. But the Sunset Pied, for what he paid for it, I know it's a power, and and I know it doesn't matter as an adult, but that thing's ugly as fuck. now the Sunset DG that Miguel made, that is outstanding. That's getting better with age. It looks good. He posted it on Instagram. It looks really good. So I'd like to see. I wonder if a Sunset DG Pie would help it. Because the Sunset Pied as an adult almost looks mahogany or like a pinstripe type color. It's not.
I like pinstripe and pied, man.
Yeah, I do too. I like it in clown too. Like, I'm a fan of that. I like it. Ken, what up, Stern? Ken said spot nose sunsets. I guess are not browning out from what I hear. The spot nose sunsets are really dope. I like them. They look good. Let's see here. What else we got here? I'll stick to the staples that work. My only wondering project is Mandarin. I agree. I like Mandarin, but you also have the people that say they have Mandarin and it's not Mandarin. So you gotta be careful of that one. There is a lot of fake Mandarin on Morph Market that say it's Mandarin and it is not. So make sure you do your research.
There's a lot of fake everything on.
There is. And even I was talking to Justin and stuff and about the Mandarin when it first came out, and he goes, man, he's like, there's a lot of Mandarin on Morph Market right now that that people are saying it's Mandarin and it's not. So be careful with that. That's all I gotta say with that. I'm not in the Mandarin project. Mandarin looks really fucking amazing and pied. Because I know Miguel made some.
I want to see this Bambino shit, bro, that Billy keeps talking about, man. I want to see
what is that? Is that the albino?
I don't know. He calls it the Bambino. I ain't even seen one, man. You can't even see it on Morph Market.
Yeah, freaking Ken. He's like, my orange ghost looks more Mandarin than the fake ones. He ain't lying. Some of them are really bad. So it's the same with some of the puzzles out there are really bad quality puzzles too. So the Super Mandarin is where it's at 100%. But that's funny, Ken. That's good stuff. I'm sorry. I've been missing a lot of podcasts lately. I've just been so busy this weekend with the rats. So, oh man, what a great show today! It got me going today. I feel like Billy almost. I think he's going off on rants and stuff. Shit.
It's starting to rub off on us, man.
I know. I just went off on that one. I just can't believe people, dude. Just man, that's a hard one. I almost just want to go buy those just to take them off the fucking market. Fuck.
Yeah, go ahead and do us that favor, Glenn. Get them.
Right?
Get
Yeah.
them.
If I had it, I might. I don't know, but I mean, that'd be a long project. But by then, if you got, let's break this down real quick. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's break this down. So let's say you do buy the het zebra males. Okay, let's say that you do buy them. Okay, let's say that you breed them to a female. Okay, and let's say that you can pick out the hets. Okay, so you guys sit there and turn around and breed them back and spend another. So you got a year and a half of breeding up that male. You have 2 years of breeding up a female, which you assume that you already have. Okay. So let's say realistically a year and a half. We'll just go on the good side of it. Let's say a year and a half you're breeding that male, that het zebra male. Okay. So let's say then she's going to lay within 6 months to a year. So you got roughly 2.5 years into this project. You have the babies. Okay, you grow the babies up. Let's say that you could pick out. Just say hypothetically you have a 1.1. Okay, that you can pick out that are 100% het zebras. Okay, so you grow them up. Okay, so then after you grow them up, okay, you're going. We're going to say that they are 100% hets because you can ID it, even though it's not proven, but we're going to say it is. To say they're 100%. So let's say that you don't hit that. So you're going to have at least another 3 years, 2 years to grow them up. So you're going to have 6 years, anywhere between 5 to 6 years into this project with a het that hopefully by the time that you hit a zebra, it might come down so far in price that you might be
not even worth it at that point.
Yeah, you might be selling because you got to think all your food. You got to think all your food, all your time cleaning, your bedding,
electricity bill,
all this comes into factor with breeding. You guys, people don't think about this. It's crazy. Again, the price looks good now, but unless you have a visual zebra girl sitting there, to me that purchase doesn't make sense.
Like for me, the winter time out here, dude, I run off gas for my heat. So like every winter, I keep the house at like 75. Man, sometimes that's just a kick in the balls, man. And especially when them cold snaps come through and it's like the heater's running all day nonstop.
100%. People don't realize, like, oh, if I buy this, I breed it. Okay, well, what about the time? What about the 6 years that's going to take you to do this project? That's not even what
people don't even think about that. I wasn't thinking about that until I started on the Patreon, man.
Yeah, let's say that.
But I knew something needed to be changed.
Let's say that you absolutely freaking suck, and I mean not that you suck, but let's just say that the odd gods suck, and let's say you don't even hit a 1.1. Let's say you hit a freaking all males. Now what? Now you're absolutely
better be banana.
Huh?
Better be banana.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you had those het zebras, you go breed them after year 2, okay? Or let's just say it takes 2 years for them to breed, okay? And then you get that clutch. And let's say you hit, I don't know. I've been averaging this year 8 eggs, so we're just gonna say my average right now. So we're gonna say you hit 8 eggs, okay? Let's say all of them are male. Now what? You're fucked. Like, the odds, the odd guys really have to freaking hate you. But, you're going to hope to have at least one female out of that. The more the better, obviously. But still, it's a loss. They're still going to take up rack space. You're going to have to probably hold back that whole clutch. It'd be smart, too, if you can, you're increasing your odds, and just all that food, time, effort. I don't know, man. People just don't realize that. So it's just crazy. Freaking, he says stuff like Demon Sky High right now. I'm gonna just stay in my lane. Sometimes that's all you can do, man. Like I said, when you guys are sitting there, the best advice I will give you, and the best advice I'm sure that Sean will give you after
Don't get her wound up.
in this podcast is if you're gonna go buy a snake, please make sure it invests into your projects that you already have.
Dude, I didn't even have any projects, to be honest.
See, exactly.
It was just like, oh, buy a snake, buy a snake,
Yeah.
buy a snake, buy this snake, buy that snake. Hey, I got like 50 different more.
With no direction. No.
None.
You have no idea what the fuck. I tell you
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because Billy was like, so what's your project? And I'm like, I should know this by now, but I don't have any direction. That's why I'm coming to you guys.
Yeah. So I was doing that a little bit. Year one, I was buying a little bit of everything. But I had a general idea, like I want to be hypo. So a lot of it was hypo stuff. And then I got into DG. So then a lot of it was DG hypo stuff or visuals. I spent the extra money. And then I was buying a little bit of extra projects here and there, like the Het Ultra Males. I went away from that. The VPI Clowns kind of went away with that. I added Puzzle, so on and so forth. Most of the collection, surrounded by the DG hypo stuff, which is good. But, and I lacked really hard in the clown stuff. I only had a Red Stripe Entry Clown, a Vanilla Clown. That was it. And then this year, everything that I bought was clown stuff. So I added an Acid Clown. I added a backup male, and he was the Cypress Red Stripe Leopard Het Clown boy, which is more powerful than my visual almost. I got him from Justin. I added a Fire Clown, which, and now I look back at it, that was a really fucking stupid purchase, even though it goes into the fire, even though it goes into the clown, but I have a freaking Vanilla Clown there. Vanilla and Fire are kind of similar, but they're not. You make vanilla creams, but still, it's still a female. So it wasn't, I bought all females. It wasn't a terrible buy. It still fit in. What else did I buy that was clown? I think I have one more. I got the Mojave Batman girl coming. I bought her too. I mean, I added quite a bit in the clown projects. I mean, I was on the right path. Some of the stuff was fucking stupid though, like the Fire Clown. Shouldn't have bought that, but here we are. So, I mean,
Hey, put them Fire Clowns to some DG, bro. I bet it'll look really sick.
See the thing that got me. I'll show her. She's she's not a shit, dude. She's amazing fire, dude. Amazing. Yeah, I'll pull her out because she's amazing. Right. She's amazing quality fire. She don't fucking fight me. I mean, she's really.
Hey, you two cut it out.
She's really bright. I mean, she's clean. Look at that Fire Clown, guys. I mean, it was hard not to buy it.
Oh, dude.
Man, it's just a Fire Clown, dude.
What's wrong with her?
Nothing. It's just a single. Oh. I mean, this is one of those ones. I mean, I already have a Vanilla Clown sitting there, so I mean,
it's really clean, dude. You should put
so clean for a Fire Clown.
Put fire together and make some screaming clowns.
That's why I bought her, was because of the quality of the fire. I love quality. I will spend that money on quality jeans.
Yep.
Yeah, she's really pretty. And she's growing like a weed, dude. She just slamming shit. So, like I said, make sure when you guys buy stuff, buy the quality of it, please. I just picked up a Pied Het DG. It's still paying off a Hypo Puzzle. You got a Hypo Puzzle, bro? Was it that? Where'd you get that from? I'm gonna wait. Where'd you get that from? The Hypo Puzzle. There was one on Morph Market. It was a pastel Hypo Puzzle. I don't think it has pastel. You just said Hypo.
My dog's got the zoomies.
What you got there, Vet? Shit, I'm curious now. I see what you got. I got Hypo Puzzles. One of my friends. Who was it? I wonder if it was the same guy I got my Hypo Puzzle from. No, he only hit one.
Dude, I can't wait to get that Hypo Clown stuff from Billy, my guy. Holy shit.
We're not talking about that price right now. We're not talking about
We don't talk about that.
that. We're not talking about that, Will. I'm poor out. So I don't know how your hypo puzzle looks, man, but here's mine. She's probably gonna bite me because she fucking hates me.
The hateful eight.
She's fucking mean.
That's good. That means she eats good, right?
She eat really good, but she's fucking mean. Hypo
She's
puzzle?
tense as shit right there. Oh my god, my guy. That's what? Your hypo puzzle?
The hypo puzzle, that's it.
Oh my god, bro. Hey, sign me up.
He says, sign me up.
Damn, bro, that's clean. I like hypo a
He is
lot,
the
dude.
greatest hypo puzzle I came across quality wise. I've seen some. I didn't jump on them because the quality was not there for me. But dude, her quality is insane.
You know, that's like with me, like if it's not like a high expression of the gene, I don't know if I want to spend money on it.
Spend money on the quality of it, dude.
Yep.
For sure. 100%. Yes, it is a female. But yeah. So we're gonna. I don't know. I know what I'm gonna do with her. I'm gonna make some fucking outstanding fucking shit. I tell you that.
Don't call me up.
Well, that's gonna be a pricey fucking clutch. I'm gonna tell you that.
Well, hopefully by that time, because she's still growing up, right?
Yeah, I already know what she's going to. I'll talk to you after the podcast. Of what I haven't released that pairing yet, but I'll talk to you.
The secret ingredient.
That one's a secret Will project. So we can't give away all the secrets.
That's
so
nice.
Yeah, but I'm already at an hour and a half. Went over a little bit, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I gotta go back to the rats. I've been redoing the whole racks. Thank you so much, Sean, for joining us. Hope you
Thanks for having me, man.
Your podcast debut. It was a fun one for sure. So take it easy, guys. Until next time, we're out. Make sure you go on my YouTube. Check out that clutch polling video I did. I just posted it today as well. Tell a friend, subscribe. We're doing the 500 subscriber giveaway. We're going to throw up the flyer for that. I got it somewhere. Where's it at? Maybe. I don't think I do. Oh, yeah.
Make sure you guys go to my Morph Market.
There you go. Check that out. 500 subscriber giveaway. We're close. So tell a friend to subscribe. Let's do it. And I also have some other people that are added onto that for the free snakes, or giving away free snakes as well. So check that out. So thank you guys for listening. Stay tuned. Until next time, we're out. Peace out, guys.
Thanks a lot, man.